So I'm going to show you an interesting way to find out HCF and LCM of two numbers. So write the factors of 2 and 3 in this circle and the factors of 20 here. Bring the intersection part together. In the intersection part you can see that 2 is common to both. 2 comes here and 3 and 2 and 5 are left out. So in the intersection part, this is the HCF. To find out the LCM, you just need to multiply all the numbers. That is, LCM is equals to 3 into 2 square into 5, that is 60. So let us find out HCF and LCM of 12, 15 and 21. The factors of 12 are 2 square into 3. The factors of 15 are 3 into 5. 21 are 3 into 7. To find HCF, we need to look at the smallest power. So here, smallest power of the common factor is 3. 3 is to 1. So HCF is 3 and LCM you need to find the greatest power 2 square, 3, 5 and 7. 2 square into 3 to 5, 7, that is 420. So remember that HCF into LCM is not equal to product of three numbers. Next topic is rational numbers and their decimal expansions. So as you have studied in 9th class, there are two types of decimal expansions, that is terminating, which will not repeat, and non-terminating or repeating or recurring. So first up, let us look at terminating decimals. Terminating decimals, now let us express them as in the form of p by q. 0.375 can be written as 375 by 1000 is equals to 375 by 10 to the power of 3. The next one is 1.04 104 by 100 is equals to 104 by 4 10 square. Third one is 0.875 by 1000 1000 is equals to 75 by 3. So we can see that all these decimals, decimals can be expressed in the form of p by q, whose denominators are the powers of 10. Now let us factorize the numerator and denominator and then express them in the simplest form. So here I have so we can write it as 3 into 5 cube by 2 cube into 5 cube is equals to 3 by 2 cube is equals to 3 by 8. For this 2 cube into 13, so this 5 cube here cancels out, and we have 3 by 2 cube. Here 2 cube into 13 by 2 square into 5 square is equals to 26 by 5 square. 5 square is equals to 26 by 25. As you can see here, the denominators are the powers of 2's or 5's. The powers of 2's or 5's are both. This is because 2 and 5 are only prime factors of the powers of 10. From the above examples, you have seen that any rational number in this decimal form that terminates can be expressed in a rational form whose denominator is a power of 2 or 5 or both. So when we write such rational numbers in the form of p by q, then the prime factorization of q will be equal to 2 to the power of n into 5 to the power of m, where n and m are non-negative integers. So now we have to convert rational number of the form p by q, where q is in the form of 2 to the power of n into 5 to the power of m. So let's start with 3 by 8. 8 we can write it as 2 cube is equals to 3 into multiply both numerator and denominator with 5 cube is equals to 375 by 10 cube is equals to 0.375. And here 80 we can write it as 2 to the power of 4 into 5 is equals to 7 to 5 cube. 2 to the power of 4 into 5 to the power of 4 is equals to 875 by 10 to the power of 4, which is 0.0875. So these are the examples that show us how to convert a rational number of the form p by q, where q is in the form 2 raised to n into 5 raised to n, to an equivalent rational number of the form a by b, where b is the rational number of the form p by q, where q is the power of 10, is a terminating decimal. So we can conclude that p by q can be represented in the form p by q can be represented where q is the form of 2 to the power of n into 5 to the power of m. So next is non-terminating repeating decimals. Let us now consider rational numbers whose decimal expansion is non-terminating and recurring repeating. Let us look at this decimal 1 by 7. So if we convert this, we will get 0.14285 14287. So this is a recurring decimal. So this 7 we can't write in the form of 2n into 5m. So these kind of decimals we call it as non-terminating repeating decimals. So the p by q form of this can't be expressed in the form of p by q, where q can't be expressed in the form of 2 to the power of n into 5 to the power of n. Without actual division, State whether decimal form is terminating or non-terminating. First is 16 by 125. So 125 can be written as 5 into 5, which is 16 by 5 cube. So it is in the form of 2 raised to n into 5 raised to n. So it is a terminating decimal. So 32 we can write it in the form of 2 into 2 into 2, which is equal to 25 by 2 to the power of 5. So it is in the form of 2 raised to n into 5 raised to m. So it is terminating decimal. So next number is 100 by 81. 81 we can write it as 3 into 3 into 3 into 3, which is 100 by 3 to the power of 4. It is not in the form of 2 raised to n into 5 raised to m, so it is non-terminating decimal. So in 9th grade, you were introduced to irrational numbers and some of their properties. We studied about their existence and how the rationals and irrationals together made up real numbers. You even studied how to locate irrationals on the number line. We did not study and prove that they were irrational. In this section, we will prove that whether root 2, root 3, so on are irrational based on the fundamental theorem of arithmetic. So let's start. So here I have an example, 5 minus root 3. We have to prove that it is an irrational number. So let us assume that it is a rational number first. Then send 5 to the other side. So it becomes minus 5. So our contradiction was wrong. This is a rational number and minus root 2 is irrational number. Next example, we have root 2 plus root 3. We have to prove that it is irrational. So let us assume first that it is a rational number, a by b. Now square on both sides. So you know a minus b, a plus b whole square formula, a square plus b square plus 2ab equals to a plus b whole square. So here we have root 2 whole square plus root 3 whole square plus 2 into root 2 into root 3 is equals to a by b whole square. So this roots cancel out and we are left out with 6. 2 root 6 is equal to a square by b square. Now 5 plus 2 root 6 is equal to a square by b square. Transpose 5 to the other side. Minus 5. Now transpose 2 to the other side. So hence root 6 is irrational, and a square minus 5b square by 2b square is rational. So our next topic is exponents and logarithms. In earlier classes you have studied about exponents, and we will revise it once more. Now let's see the laws of exponents. So first one is a to the power of m into a to the power of n is equals to a m plus n. The second one is a whole power m, n to b whole power m is equals to a to the power of m into b to the power of m. Third one is a by b whole power m is equals to a power m by b power m. Now the fourth one is a to the power of n whole to the power of n is equals to a power mn. Fifth one is a to the power of 0 is equals to 1, and sixth one is a minus m is equals to 1 by a to the power of n. So these laws of exponents we are going to relate it to logarithms. How we are going to form the formulas of logarithm? Let's see. So here are the basic formulas of logarithms. So the first basic is, here is the exponential form of ax is equals to n. Then in logarithm it will be equal to ax is equals to log n to the base a. This is the basic one, and you have to remember it. So the first expression or the formula that we have is log xy to the base a is equals to log x to the base a plus log y to the base a. So it's very simple to understand here. Multiplication when it goes to other side in logarithm becomes addition. So xy is multiplied here, just in the other side you have to just add it, and log xy to the base a is log x by y to the base a is equals to log x to the base a minus log y to the base a. So here division becomes subtraction, and log x to the power of m base a is equals to m log x to the base a. This is the expression. A log n, a to the power of log n to the base a is equals to n. Log 1 to the base a is equals to 0. Log a to the base a is equals to 1. So these are the basic expression that we got from exponents. So let's do an exercise. Log 5 to the base of 25 is in the form of log n to the base of a. So in exponential form we can write it as ax is equals to n. So what is a? A is equals to 25, x is equals to x, and n is equals to 5. So in the place of a we will write 25 and the power is x. In the place of n we can write 5, and if we factorize this we get 5 square is equals to 5. So the base will get cancel as the power is equal. So x becomes 2. So we have an expression here. Expand log 343 by 125. So I can in which format this is gonna be? Log x by y is equals to log x minus log y. So we will apply this formula. So log 343 by 125 is equals to log 343 minus log 125. So if we simplify, log 343 is nothing but 7 to the power of 3 cube minus log 125 is nothing but 5 to the power of 3. So this 3 will basically come here. 3 log 7 minus 3 log 5. So take out that 3 as common. Log 7 minus log 5 is the answer. So express 2 log 3 plus 3 log 5 minus 5 log 2 as a single logarithm. So let's start. How can we write 2 log 3 as log 3 square plus 3 log 5 as log 5 cube minus log 2 to the power of 5. So log 3 square becomes log 9 and log 5 cube becomes 125 minus log 32. So this expression basically is log x plus y is equals to log xy. So log 9 plus log 125 becomes log 1125 minus log 32. This is in the form of log x minus y is equals to log x by y. So log 1125 by log 32 is the answer. Find x if 2 log 5 plus half log 9 minus log 3 is equals to log x. So we should find x here. So how can we represent 2 log 5 as? 2 log 5 is 5 square plus log 9 half minus log 3. Log 5 is 25 and this becomes, if the half comes here, log root 9 minus log 3. Log 25 plus log 3, which is 3 3 is 9, so 3 minus log 3. So log 3 minus log 3 0. So log x is equals to log 25. Log gets cancelled. X is equals to 25 is the answer. Thank you guys for watching this video. Please hit a like, subscribe to my channel for more videos. I will be posting videos one by one. So thank you for watching.